Child, let's just be honest with each other. The most popular people on YouTube, they have a niche. And if you want to be someone popular on YouTube, you have to follow the blueprint of success. So let's get into why it's important to have a niche on YouTube and a niche in general on social media. One of the most asked questions when someone's starting their YouTube channel is whether they have to have a topic and have a niche on their channel. And a lot of people, including myself, when I started out on social media, I wanted to be this open book. You know, I'm creative. I have all these different passions, and I want to be able to share that with the world. And while there's nothing wrong with that, just understand that we're just not in that time and space where you're going to be able to capitalize or make an income without having some type of niche. I'm going to give you an example of a few people, or at least one person in particular, that I will explain why it looks like they don't have a niche, but in the end, they really do have a niche. And if you've heard the saying, the riches is in the niches, it 100% is. And I didn't get it at first. So the reason that you want to have a niche is that people need to understand what they're going to get when they come to your channel. If people don't know what to expect from you, they're not going to follow you. If you don't have an offering or something that is giving a person a reason to follow you, they're not going to click the follow button. So it took me years and years and years to get to that point. And I'm just now at the point that I'm kind of getting around to it. And I want to stick to the lane of hair. And also I've made another hair business. So it just really makes good economic sense for me to stick to talking about hair. There's other things that I'm good at. I know how to cook. I know how to put clothes together. All these things. I know how to do makeup. But ultimately, with hair, I'm able to bring all those talents, for the most part, not the food, into this business because I know how to do makeup. I use that talent to be able to come on camera. I know how to put outfits together, so that helps when I'm creating my content, that I can put a little pizzazz with my content. So the talent doesn't go anywhere. I just need to hone it in to where there's a box for people to be able to join me on my journey. And maybe in the future, people will want to know those things about me. Maybe they never will, but I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with some things not being online, and you have to be okay with that. So the person that I want to bring as an example is Tabitha Brown. Now, when you look at Tabitha, you may say, hey, she really doesn't have a niche. But at the end of the day, what made her popular is that she was talking about vegan food. So ultimately, she took a topic that other people may be interested in, but she spiced it up with her down home, auntie, very sweet Southern vibes. So for me, her niche is that. Her niche is that things for her are going to be natural. They remind you of like a Southern grandmother, but a little bit modernized with the fact that, you know, she's making sure to eat healthy and she's doing her own hair products and she's just doing things that are natural. And so even with her brand with Target, I feel like all those things speak to her personality and that her niche is healthy things, essentially natural, healthy living, a vibrant, natural, healthy living, knowing that it doesn't have to be boring to be vegan or to be natural. So that is what we come to expect from her. So if she makes a seasoning, it's going to be a seasoning where it's a natural seasoning. If she's making food products in Target, they have a natural spin to them, right? So in a sense, we do know what to expect from her. And that's what I want you to understand about you creating a brand, even if the brand is not on YouTube. So there's a guy on here and I keep talking about him and I need to go figure out what his name is. But his thing is about productivity. He is known in the YouTube space. He teaches people how to get a lot done in one day. But he will go into different things. Like the reason that I watch him, he'll talk about YouTube and how to come up with YouTube ideas. But he is known from consistency and productivity, how to get things done, and try to take like complicated task and break it down to a formula that you can repeat. And so that's what his audience knows what to expect from him. So if you do want to quote unquote talk about a lot of different things, you still have to find a way to bring it all together. So maybe I'm trying to think of an example. So maybe you want to do something along the lines as Tabitha, and maybe you want to do minimal living. So you show us how you work out with only a mat, how you only have 5 utensils in your kitchen, right? So fitness and food can go together, but they don't necessarily go together. But the overall arching theme is that when we come to your page, it's going to be calming, it's going to be soothing. You're going to have a nice word for me about minimal living and, relating that to real life information. You have to have some cohesion in whatever you're bringing. Right now, I'm trying to find my cohesion, but I do understand the concept. I am a person who is all over the place. So this is helping me even describe this for you, because I understand that for my audience to grow, they have to know what they're going to expect when they come to my page. Am I funny? Not really. I have dry humor. No one knows when I'm telling a joke. So they're probably not going to think I'm funny. That's just the real of it. But I know that I'm calming. I know that I'm focused. And I know that I'm someone who's a self-starter. So those are the things that I can bring to my channel. I want to talk to people about starting a hair business. But really, ultimately, I want people to start those things that they kind of doubt themselves, but they know they're good at it. They know they would enjoy it. But what is that, that big thing or that little thing that's keeping them back from actually starting? That I do understand about myself. And I'm just trying to find my way to wrap it into hair at the moment. I have some notes for you guys. So if I look down on my phone, that's what I'm looking at. I wanted to talk to you about, after you finally decide on your niche, how you can begin to figure out what kind of content to make on YouTube to keep the ideas going and going and going. So what you want to do, for instance, when I started back this particular channel, I wanted to look up what was popular in the braiding world, because at the end of the day, there's so many different ways or styles, I should say, to braid hair, and ways, but ultimately styles. So what you want to do is you want to go search on YouTube something that you think may be kind of trending. Or you can just do general, right? And you can kind of see what is coming up. So what you want to do is look at the most popular videos in that particular niche. So if you go look up braiding and you see a bunch of people doing the Alicia Keys braids, that's an example for myself, then I'm going to go and say the top performing videos under Alicia Keys braids, but I want to make sure that they have recorded this video within a year, because I don't want anything that's not necessarily trending right now. And then you're going to make a folder and call that folder 4,000 watch hours, because that's what we're working towards. And I have a folder myself. And you're going to go in and you're going to save those particular videos. And this is your time to go down the rabbit hole, because you never know what might inspire you. But once you're done searching and finding the videos that pique your interest, then you're going to go and actually watch those videos. I want you to take note of how are they starting the video? How are they ending the video? What stood out about the video? What do you think most people who watched that video, because you want something with a lot of views, what do you think made them continue to watch the video? And then you can also go and check out this person's number of subscribers. Now, you want to try to, if possible, find someone who has a low number of subscribers, because then you know that that video was successful just off the basis of the video and not necessarily that they have a large audience. But don't discount people who have a large audience. You still want to use that footage as well. So then you're going to see if you find something that stands out in all the videos or something that's common to all the videos. And then that's what you're going to incorporate when you go to create your braid video. And that helps you know, okay, something about this people like. And if you're not really sure what it is, even after you watch a few, go to the comments, see what people are commenting on that they like about the video. A lot of times people will say in the braid video, oh, that's really detailed. Oh, you're the person who finally taught me how to braid. Like, I finally get it. It finally clicked for me. Or you might see someone or several people asking the same question in the comments, and maybe the creator didn't answer that. But even if they did answer it, then it's like, okay, I can answer this with the video. So for instance, when I did my Alicia Keys braid video, I was searching for that video on my own so that I could do my daughter's hair. And I could never find anyone who would say how many braids they added to the person's head. Like, one person would kind of talk about how to part. Another person would just show you braiding, like they wouldn't explain anything. So I was like, you know what? Let me make the video where I'm literally going to tell you how many braids you should have in the end, how to section it so that it's easier for you to get the style, the design, put it in 3 parts. And this is how many braids should be in each quadrant, right? And because I know that's what I want to see as a viewer, and I wasn't able to find it. So do not make this difficult. Just see where there's a gap in your industry, in your niche, and you try to fill it, but also put your personality in it. If you are a detailed person, then obviously that's the kind of video you're going to make. If you're someone who knows, well, when I make videos, I'm going to add a little bit more spice and personality, and that's what people are going to like about me. I know when Mary Kay Bella, when she does her crochet videos, she has a lot of personality and she has a lot of community. Like, her people are waiting for her to post. She does a lot of community posts. So they know to expect a new video. When she's working on something, she's like, hey guys, I found something new, like a new technique. And they're all in the comments like, what is it? What is it? We can't wait to hear it. And they also are probably just going to watch the video because they feel like she's their friend, she's their sister. And even if they're never going to crochet their hair, they just want to have that moment with her. And that's what you're trying to create on YouTube. And honestly, if possible, anywhere you show up on social media, people need to know what to expect from you. So yes, maybe you, quote unquote, don't have a niche, but there needs to be some type of expectation, something that people can attach when they think about you. Oh, Brittany is the calm one, or, you know, Ashley is the funny one who tells jokes while she's in her bathroom. You know, I don't know, but you get it. Like, what is your thing going to be? And I'm not saying that it has to be a gimmick. It can be who you genuinely are, because you want something that's going to last. And then another way that you're able to find trends, maybe you don't find the trend on YouTube. Maybe you go to Instagram and or TikTok, since TikTok wants to be back now, and you see what's trending as far as braids. And then you be the first one to make a detailed YouTube video about it. So if you see a particular style that's all over TikTok, if you're a braider like me, but you don't see many people doing it on YouTube, don't be afraid to be that first person to start making content like that. And honestly, you guys, the quicker that you nail down your topic and you're able to pump out a lot of videos around it, you really are going to see success, because then people see you as an expert on that particular thing. So even with braids, like when someone wants to build a clientele, it's really important if they can start with continuing to braid the same style. And then they begin to be known in the area for that particular thing. Maybe they just do cornrows really, really well. Maybe they can do everything else. But the fact that they specialize gives them this ability to create a page of all these same styles, right? And as you're going through their page, you can just continue to look and look and look and see different ways that they've done cornrows. Like if you follow Tukey, was it Tukey Did It? on Instagram and on TikTok, she does these very innovative braid styles. And so she's known for that. So it's easy for people to gravitate to her page. It's easy for her to create her brand. That is her brand. And instead of just trying to be known for, I can braid anything in the world, no, she has a particular style of braids. Like she does braided French rolls. She does a lot of cornrow design. And so people know her for that, and they know what to expect from her. So they're anticipating, what are you going to do next, but still within this same realm. So you guys, there's nothing wrong with being known for one particular thing. I'm sure she's amazing at a whole bunch of other things, but that's her personal life, or she'll make that a different brand, right? She's able to put her creativity into this one thing, and people gravitate towards it. So I really want to employ you to find a niche and not be afraid of being known for this one particular thing, because the sooner you can, the sooner you're going to grow, the sooner you can get sponsorships, the sooner you can be on Good Morning America showing your hack for party design. There's a lady on Instagram who does all these fabulous parties and DIYs for her kids at home. And then she ended up on Good Morning America and doing this contest for making her own Halloween costumes. But that's just already in her wheelhouse, so people know what to expect from her. So she's able to put all her talents in one thing. I'm not saying this is easy, but it does make it easier for you to make decisions when you have nailed something down. And what really makes a good business owner and a leader is being decisive. It doesn't mean that you have to be perfect and you know everything, but you are willing to make a decision. And my decision is, this is my brand. I'm going to push forward with this, and I'm going to see it through in the end. Yes, I may make a few shifts here and there, but this is what I want to be known for.